Guys, in math, integration is the process of finding its original function from its derivative. That's a word. Let's go. So if we're in process of finding our original function from our derivative, we are derivatives, right? We are an iteration of God. I am, so are you. And if you are actually integrating things in your life, you are combining them to be made whole. That is the root word, made whole. You are in a process of remembering your wholeness, of remembering the original function. Come on, somebody. That's integration. If you aren't coming closer to your wholeness, if you aren't becoming more and more united with the great one, with the Almighty, with God, with all consciousness, right? I don't want to say all consciousness, but I understand people that use it. If you aren't coming into wholeness, you aren't integrated. I'm just using the tools we have, the same tools that we have to process these things that we all have, okay? And I'm not shaming you. I'm just saying, I love that root words can share so much about the energy or the original-ish meaning behind words. And we can use that. And not everything is black and white. As you all know, there are so many paradoxes, but that's the beauty, right? Of being human and spirit, of being human and being, right? We get to integrate that in this experience, in this iteration of life. We get to remember that wholeness and integrate all of these processes to remember our wholeness. And this is just encouragement for you to continue to do that, to think about that. Because if it's not bringing you closer to wholeness, you are not integrating. What could you be doing? Amalgamation. You might be an amalgamation, and that is completely fine, right? That is great. You have tools, but you see what the root word of this is. There's a soft mass. There's a soft mass here. So it, to me, is like wet cement. You can't do anything with wet cement yet. You can shape it, right? But it's not creating the wholeness. And I hope that is clear. Like, I hope that's landing for you, because we hear all this stuff about integrating. And it's like, yeah, but a lot of people don't really know what it means. You just think it means, soaking it in or like understanding it. Yeah, it could be that in some ways, but it's not. If it's not actually bringing you closer to your own wholeness. If it's just so you have an intellectualized perspective and now your ego is inflated because you know something, or is it just some kind of obscure or distinct understanding that you use for egoic purposes to pump you up, which is kind of the same thing. I mean, that's really what you would use it for, right? If you have some deep knowing and then you're like, oh yeah, like I know this thing, let me just regurgitate it. You didn't apply it. You haven't used it within your system. It hasn't rinsed you clean. It hasn't washed your system clean. It hasn't rewired you. It's something you know, and maybe it's a seed that's planted and will grow, but I think there's something to the idea of combining. To combine it, right? Very bubble, toilet, trouble, very mix it up. To combine versus a mixture, right? I don't know the science, but I'm feeling that some of y'all might be into that. Combining it to make whole. That's a solution. Clock the science, y'all. I do like science. And I guess it also stems from this idea that science and can be this like intellectualized version of spirituality. And not that that's the only thing, but when we're talking about it in these spiritual terms. But yes, combination to make whole. When it becomes something new, when it becomes whole, that's a solution. Integration is a solution. Integration should activate solution within you. It should be an activation of solution. That's all. I love you. Bye.